Tanzania is rapidly and steadily taking over the world. Strong macro fundamentals have allowed Tanzania to emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic in good shape, though economic recovery has been relatively modest due to strong headwinds created by the ongoing war in Ukraine, tightening global financial conditions, and global economic slowdown. Tanzania's annual GDP growth rate of 6.3% over the past 10 years has placed the country among the 20 fastest-growing economies in the world, beating the Sub-Saharan Africa average GDP growth rate of 3.5% during the same period. The IMF estimates a GDP growth for Tanzania of plus 5.1% in 2023 and 6% in 2026. In its Africa's Macroeconomic Performance and Outlook for January 2023, the African Development Bank estimates that the GDP of Tanzania will have made tremendous progress and projects will grow by plus 5.1% in 2023 and by plus 6.1% in 2024. Tanzania's new President Samia Suluhu Hassan has already given her first speech to the parliament, mentioning the priorities of the sixth phase government in the next 5 years to reach a GDP growth rate of at least 8% yearly. Let us take a look at the 7 most valued projects that are set to put Tanzania in the Superpowers League. Welcome back to Just Know It 254. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel. I promise you will have the best videos and I will make them so interesting for you to watch and learn. Please subscribe. Thank you all who have done that. Now let us continue. Number 1 is the Tanzania-Burundi Standard Gauge Railway Project. This is a planned 282 kilometers long SGR line that will stretch from the western Tanzanian town of Uvinza to the Burundian political capital of Gitega, formerly known as Gitega. According to an agreement signed back in 2020 for the implementation of the project by the governments of Tanzania and Burundi, the former will construct a 156-kilometer section of the railway line, from the small town of Malagarasi to Uvinza, while the latter will construct a 126-kilometer stretch from Uvinza to Gitega. Designed to reduce transportation costs, fast-track industrialization, and improve the overall regional economy upon completion, the Tanzania-Burundi SGR line will ferry more than 1 million tons of cargo between the two East African countries, and help transport more than 3 million tons of minerals from Burundi to Tanzania each year. Number 2, Bagamoyo Port. Through a collaboration between Tanzania, China and Oman, the ambitious Bagamoyo Port is now being developed in Tanzania, along with 190 industries built throughout a 1,700-hectare special economic zone adjacent to the port. At a cost of US $11 billion, this mega infrastructure project is designed to become Africa's largest port. The port should be able to handle 20 million containers annually once it's fully completed by 2045. The project will position Tanzania into a regional economic powerhouse. Number 3 is the Tanzania SGR project. Tanzania will become the third country in East Africa to start enjoying modern railway services after Kenya and Ethiopia. Kenya was the first country in the region to start the construction of an SGR line, completing over 500 kilometers between Mombasa and Nairobi, and also inaugurating its passenger services in June 2017. The government is constructing a new electric railway line using domestic resources from Dar es Salaam, Morogoro, Dodoma about 700 kilometers. The whole projects cover a distance of about 2,707 kilometers. The project is expected to improve transportation of cargo and passengers in the central corridor. It is expected to reduce time and freight for cargo destined to neighboring countries like Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda and DRC. 4. The new international airport in Dodoma. The project is part of the program to expand the East African nation's infrastructure. It will be built in Salato, 12 kilometers from Dodoma. It will include a passenger terminal, runway, and related infrastructure. The new airport project, which will take approximately 4 years for construction, will have a capacity to handle 1 million passengers annually and will have a runway of just over 2 kilometers in length. Number 5, the East African Crude Oil Pipeline, EACOP, also known as the Uganda-Tanzania Crude Oil Pipeline. It is a 24-diameter pipeline that is under construction between Uganda and Tanzania. The pipeline, with a planned capacity of 216,000 barrels of crude oil per day, starts in Buzaruka sub-county, Hoima district, in Uganda's western region and in a general southeasterly direction to pass through Rakai district in Uganda, Bukoba in Tanzania, loop around the southern shores of Lake Victoria, continue through Shinyanga and Singida, to end in Tanga, a distance of approximately 1,410 kilometers. The total cost of the project was reportedly a whopping $5 billion. 6. Dar es Salaam Maritime Gateway Project, DMGP. The government is implementing a project to expand 7 berths depth from the current 8 meters to 15 meters. The expansion will allow the port to receive larger vessels able to carry up to 19,000 containers. The project will be completed by end of 2020, enabling the Tanzania Port Authority, TPA, to increase the container through output to 28 million tons a year from around 20 million containers currently. The port will be able to handle ships with more than 304 meters from the current 204 meters. At number 7 is the new Likongomchinga liquefied natural gas plant. The LNG project worth US $30 billion has become the most valuable project in the region. Once completed, the LNG plant is expected to contribute about 7% towards the country's economic growth. Thank you so much for watching. If the video was interesting, give it a like and subscribe to this channel. Also let me know what you think about this video in the comments section. Don't forget to watch the videos that have appeared on your screen. I promise you are going to like them as they are equally interesting.